Have you ever felt the sting of rejection so deeply that it made you question your worth? Have you ever wondered why doors keep slamming shut when all you want is a chance? Let me tell you something no one talks about. Rejection isn't the end. It's the proof you're moving forward. Think about it. Every no you hear, every failure you face isn't a sign to stop. It's a challenge, a test, a question life is asking you. How much do you really want this? What if rejection isn't your enemy, but your greatest teacher? Edison faced over 1,000 failed attempts before the light bulb became a reality. J.K. Rowling's manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Do you think they saw rejection as the end of the road? No. They saw it as the beginning of a fight worth winning. Here's the truth no one tells you. Every rejection you face is a step closer to the version of you who can handle success. Are you ready to embrace that? Or will you let rejection stop you in your tracks? This video isn't about feeling good. It's about waking up. It's about realizing that rejection is a sign you're aiming higher, reaching farther, and daring to break limits. So, are you ready to stop fearing rejection and start using it to fuel your fire? Let's talk about why rejection is the key to your breakthrough. Rejection feels personal, doesn't it? It gnaws at your confidence, whispers doubts into your mind, and tells you that maybe you're not good enough. But here's the truth. Rejection isn't about who you are. It's about the process. A sculptor doesn't create a masterpiece by gently tapping at the stone. It takes force, persistence, and sometimes breaking things down to reveal something extraordinary. That's exactly what rejection does. But let's not sugarcoat it. Rejection hurts. The job you didn't get, the relationship that ended, the dream that slipped through your fingers. They leave scars. And those scars can make you want to retreat, to play small, to avoid the risk of failing again. The conflict lies in the choice you must make. Stay in the comfort of mediocrity or step into the uncertainty of growth. Think about it. Why do so many people give up after their first setback? Because rejection is uncomfortable. It shakes you out of your safety net, then forces you to confront your weaknesses. It's like staring into a mirror that doesn't just reflect your strengths, but also magnifies your flaws. It's not rejection itself that defines you. It's how you respond to it. Will you let it harden you? Will you become bitter, blaming the world for not giving you what you think you deserve? Or will you see rejection for what it truly is? A redirection. Every no you encounter is a signpost, guiding you toward a better opportunity, a sharper skill set, and a deeper understanding of yourself. Rejection forces you to grow. It demands that you ask hard questions. Am I prepared enough? Do I need to learn more? Was I aiming too low? The answers to these questions don't just help you recover from rejection. They make you better, stronger, and more equipped for the next challenge. But here's the darker side of rejection. It doesn't just test your resolve. It exposes your fears. The fear of not being enough. The fear of wasting time. The fear of trying again, only to fail once more. This is the crossroads where many people quit. They let fear dictate their choices, and in doing so, rob themselves of the success they could have achieved. The real conflict isn't between you and rejection, it's between you and your fear of it. And here's the kicker. Fear thrives on avoidance. The more you run from rejection, the more power you give it. But when you face it, when you stare rejection in the eye and say, "Is that all you've got?" you take that power back. Rejection isn't a dead end. It's a doorway, a painful, uncomfortable, and sometimes terrifying doorway, but one that leads to growth, resilience, and ultimately, success. The question is, are you willing to step through it? Here's the moment of truth. Rejection isn't the villain in your story. It's the hero in disguise. It strips away pretense, demands honesty, and forces you to confront the one thing most people avoid: themselves. The revelation is this: rejection doesn't mean you failed. It means you're fighting. It means you're alive. Think about the people you admire most. Their journeys weren't paved with acceptance and easy victories. No. They were filled with closed doors, shattered dreams, and relentless setbacks. What separates them from the rest isn't talent or luck. It's their response to rejection. They didn't crumble under its weight. They stood taller. They didn't see it as a sign to stop, but as a challenge to rise. Here's the twist most people miss. Rejection often means you're closer to success than you realize. Each no you hear chips away at the version of you that isn't ready for the dream you're chasing. Each failure brings you closer to the version of you who can handle the weight of your goals. Rejection isn't the end. It's the forge. It's where strength is built, resilience is born, and greatness is tempered. The world is full of people who stop trying after the first no. They let rejection define their limits instead of their potential. But here's the thing. Rejection isn't a stop sign. It's a mile marker. It's telling you that you're on the right path, that you're daring to dream bigger, aim higher, and push farther than most people ever will. When you embrace rejection, something incredible happens. It loses its power. The fear that once paralyzed you becomes fuel. The doubt that once silenced you becomes determination. And the pain that once broke you becomes the foundation of your strength. This is the revelation that changes everything. Rejection isn't a reflection of your worth. It's a refinement of your purpose. It's the universe's way of asking, how bad do you want it? And when you answer with grit, perseverance, and an unshakable belief in yourself, you don't just overcome rejection, you transcend it. So here's the climax of your story. Rejection is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally, your toughest coach, and your most honest mirror. It's here to challenge you, to test you, and ultimately to transform you. The question isn't whether you'll face rejection. It's whether you'll use it to become unstoppable. And when you realize this, rejection no longer feels like the end. It feels like the beginning of something extraordinary. The beginning of you becoming who you were always meant to be. But where do you go from here? You've felt the sting of rejection, wrestled with its doubts, and seen the truth behind its veil. Now it's time to make a choice. A choice that will define not just what you achieve, but who you become. Rejection is no longer your enemy. It's a tool, a teacher, a necessary chapter in the story of your success. When you face your next no, don't shrink back. Don't let it make you question your worth. Instead, embrace it. Let it fuel your hunger to improve, your determination to grow, and your resolve to keep moving forward. Remember this: success isn't about never hearing no. It's about collecting those no's and using them as stepping stones to your yes. Each rejection means you're one step closer to the goal. Each failure sharpens your skills, tests your patience, and builds your resilience. And when the doors finally open, you'll walk through them not just as someone who achieved success, but as someone who earned it. Think about the times you've already overcome rejection. The job you didn't get that led you to a better opportunity. The failed relationship that taught you what you truly deserve. The setbacks that forced you to grow in ways you never imagined. Rejection isn't the end. It's a beginning. And every beginning carries the promise of something greater. You are stronger than you think, more capable than you believe, and closer to success than you realize. Rejection doesn't define you. Your persistence does. So stand tall, keep fighting, and remember, every time you face rejection, you're becoming the person who can handle the success that's waiting for you. Your story isn't over, it's just getting started. Now it's time to rewrite your relationship with rejection. Instead of seeing it as a sign to stop, embrace it as proof that you're daring to try, to grow, and to succeed. The next time life says no, don't back down. Ask yourself, what can I learn? How can I improve? What's my next move? Because every no is a lesson, and every lesson brings you closer to your breakthrough. Success isn't about avoiding rejection, it's about how you respond to it. Let rejection ignite your fire. Let it sharpen your skills and strengthen your resolve. Whatever your dream is, whether it's building a career, creating something meaningful, or simply proving to yourself that you're capable, you have the power to turn rejection into a stepping stone. Come and find out with more people who are truth addicts to help you improve the quality of your life. Now, I challenge you. Take one step today that scares you. Reach out for that opportunity. Take that risk. And if rejection comes, face it with open arms. You're not defined by rejection. You're defined by how you rise from it. If this message hit home for you, don't let it end here. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that their journey isn't over. Leave a comment below about how you've turned rejection into success, and let's inspire each other. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join us on this journey of growth and resilience. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,